One of the most beautiful lakes in the Almaty region is Issyk. In addition to inimitable shade of turquoise, it has a fascinating neighborhood, very low water temperatures, and a very sad story. Lake Issyk, a place where you feel yourself a part of nature. You start to think about things about which you so rarely have a chance to think about in our everyday life. Just listening to the murmur of streams flowing into the lake and watching the equanimity surface of the lake surrounded by green mountain ranges. The pond is located in a nature park. Many of its members just love this fascinating place.
Вон они скалы, да? Видите, да?
There are the rocks, they are called the breasts of a girl. It means purity, virginity of nature. Now look at what's behind me, all overgrown Karabastau slopes. If you translate it from Kazakh, it means majestic mountains. The word Kara from Turkic translated not only is black, but also is great. Now the lakes, what it means for nature. These are the eyes of nature. Rivers are the arteries of the earth. There is a valley of Issyk. It is translated as a pass or door. Now, if all this is combined, you pass through the passage to the eyes of nature. They direct their gaze at the pristine nature, protected by the majestic peaks of the mountains of the divine. It is about the place where we are.
Ведущий по артериям земли, глазам природы, которые устремляют свой взор на девственную красоту, охраняемую величественной вершиной божественных гор. Это примерно то место, где мы находимся.
In the history of the lake, there was a moment when it has practically disappeared from the face of the earth. It was a tragic and unexpected, because for a long time Issyk was the most popular and favorite holiday destination for tourists from all the cities of the Soviet Union. Even despite the fact that the water of the lake has always been very cold. In the hottest days, the temperature did not rise above 5 to 6 degrees, and not everyone dared to swim in it. All the people came anyway, because it was a really breathtakingly beautiful place. From Moscow, Leningrad, Kiev, and other cities of the country, workers come here to spend their summer holidays. Delicious spring water in the mountains. Walking through the picturesque slopes, skiing in the mountains, along the rocky shore of Issyk, all this for a long time will remain in their memory. Prior to the 1960s of the last century, on the shores of Lake Issyk, a tourist center was built, bus station, hotel, restaurant, working boat stations. At one of the turns of the road, at an altitude of 1600 meters, was constructed observation deck for panoramic gorgeous review platform received a nice name, Air Garden. There were dozens and hundreds of practically every weekend. And on one sad Sunday, July 7, 1963, there was a tragedy. Part of the mountain situated above the lake in a riverbed went down. Just a few hours away from the beautiful lake remained a small dirty pool. It killed a lot of people, destroyed all the buildings. Over time, the lake was restored, but it is at least twice the size smaller than the former, and the depth is also smaller. Before, the lake bottom was almost 80 meters. But even in its present form, the lake is breathtakingly beautiful. Here, just to re-equip the shore, people do not still. Today, there is almost everything. Natural scenery. Admire the people who come in their cars and on numerous tour buses. Here, amazingly fresh, almost crystal mountain air, almost at the height of 2,000 meters. and you can look at the unique Tian Shan spruce. Well, firstly, they grow only in the Tian Shan, and secondly, have interesting properties.
Сама по себе ель очень уникальная.
Spruce itself is very unique. Assume that side of it which faces the north, it seems to be younger than the side that faces the south. That is, it is one tree, but the age of its sides turns out to be different. That is, it is also like a little mystery.
То есть это тоже как бы немножечко загадка.